Okay, cool. Should we start or it's 10:03? 10 people? Not
It's up to you.
not a bad number.
Two,
2 minutes?
grab
Okay.
2 more minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
So how is everyone doing today?
You guys are feeling?
I just woke up, so I'm tired.
Okay. It's early there. It's early there for
7
you.
o'clock. 7 o'clock.
Okay, yeah,
7
it's
o'clock
early.
in the
So
morning.
it's good. It's okay. It's okay.
Sweden.
Yeah, up in the north.
We did have a snow in Chicago, so it was pretty heavy, and had to stop getting out chopped out and like getting rid of all the snow. My back hurts a little bit because I had worked out in the gym and then had a little bit of like, training my back, and then had to do the snow like crazy. So yeah.
So you have work earlier, yeah? So but you should go to rest. You should in bed now, but you join us like it's 12 a.m. now. So thank you very much for joining us, TJ.
Yeah, to come on now, business. This is about real business, so you have to like sacrifice stuff, and yeah, the knowledge alone, it's mesmerizing. So I don't want to miss out, and that's just what it is.
Thank you. So we should start now, yeah, V? So
Well, yeah, we can start on 10:05. Good morning and good evening, once again, and thank you very, very much for joining in. I really, really appreciate. And actually, the VC was delayed 2 hours because I just finished my class. So yeah, but it's just an MBA kind of thing. So, first of all. I think if you guys know, based on the kind of like the majority request from the holder has been questioning about marketing and things like that. In fact, the token, a lot of people has been mistaken about the fact that aggressive marketing when we hit 5,000 holders, so the perception given that the token is not doing any marketing. I'm so sorry, but it's not possible for a token to grow without having any marketing. Okay, so what I did this early in the morning is I actually compile everything, like consolidate everything into this Telegram. You're gonna see in the main chat right now. That is the Google Doc, the Excel sheet that I actually compile everything, which is basically all the campaigns that we have been running since the day when the token was launched. And of course, that particular folder is gonna be, including all the activity, even with the Kryptonite, the first company that we partner with, and they couldn't produce any results until that we also updated there. So if you look at that file right now, if you look at the summary tab, I actually indicated there, only the campaigns that we already completed, finished, whether it's last week or, yesterday, things like that, then we're going to update it there. The reason being because we cannot, specifically where are we going to advertise a token or who are we going to partner with tomorrow or the day after or even next week. The reason being is to prevent the token being manipulated. And so whatever that being updated there is just the campaign that being completed, just for the transparency purposes. And of course, on top of that, we also have the thing that we didn't update in there, which is the running of ads, advertisements on the YouTube or Facebook, Telegram. So those channels that we have been running ads organically. So basically, it was running by myself and together with another holder coming from the community. So those things that has been an ongoing process, so we didn't update in that Excel sheet. And of course, there are quite a number, like a partner with the influencers, like the two Twitter influencers that have, like, we onboarded them, Emily and Zach. Those two people we onboarded, way earlier, when we have only like about 100 holder or 100 or 200 holder. So we didn't really include those things. So we actually only included those things that we actually we have like outsourced to the marketing company. So that is particular file. It's all about that, whether it's ready, Bitcoin talk, or whatever it is, it's gonna be there. So feel free to take a look. And of course, if you guys have any kind of like suggestions, recommendations, feel free to send us an email, support@roboinu.io, or just DM any of the admin you think that this kind of channel that has been kind of like helpful. But I would like also to share something that we lost $5,000 when we first started, about 100 holder during the time, and the Chinese community became very the strongest community during the time, because we have I don't know, for some reason we have a lot of Chinese holder, and it's a very unfortunate thing that the Chinese community startup and a lot of holders actually kind of like gave us the recommendation to partner with these influencers from so and so, this channel, and so and so, and then we reached out, and then it resulted in being a scam. And that we learned our lesson, of course, and of course because of the fact that we gave a holder a lot of autonomy in the first place, so it made us become a fool. So that's the reason why sometimes we have to learn from our mistake, and also kind of like take a step backward, and then consider about whatever the feedback we need to implement, and whatever feedback that we shouldn't implement. So it's not about, sometimes it's a very, very sad thing that holders are trying to kind of like coordinate and kind of like trying to scam the community, or even the person that who running the tokens the money away. So that's the reason why we have kind of like being very cautious whatever the channels are being recommended by the community. So then we have to do a lot of research, and also do a lot of due diligence to understand whether this particular channel is kind of like legitimate. But during the time when we first started, the Chinese community have aggressively requested us. We have like 10 holder, 20 holder during the time, and they kind of like has been aggressively telling us that you should promote this channel and this or that. At the end of the day, we got scammed about, I think, $5,000 or $10,000. So that is the amount of money, but we didn't announce that out. But that is also the part of the story when we first started as well, because we listened to a holder, but unfortunately it became a very sad story. Okay, so on top of that, we also the thing that the ongoing right now is the focus on Telegram, and also the TikTok video that I mentioned earlier about 2 days ago, or I mean the previous VC. So basically we're gonna do the TikTok video is gonna live, when it's ready we're gonna release it. And also for Telegram, the focus is gonna be constantly shout out from different channels as well. So once that is being done, and this campaign is gonna spread throughout. It could be around the the entire month of February. But of course, at the same time, we have already chosen non-crypto influencers channel as well. A very interesting profile on YouTube, of course, and very, very interesting profile, and as well that the engagement is really good from a different segment of crypto. So at the moment right now, we are still working on the content. How are we gonna fit in RoboInu into these people when they do some sort of like about traveling or blogging in on their channel? So that is the ongoing process right now, and it needs some time to do the preparations. And also we realize that Reddit has been a good platform so far to bringing a lot of organic holder, and you can see from that the folder that I shared in the Google Drive, it's kind of like we do have a shilling on Reddit. So we're gonna think of run another campaign for the Reddit shilling, and also a Discord shilling. So we have already reached out to the marketing company, and then we're going to coordinate and then kick off this shooting activity once again. But of course, it's going to be a different content, and how are we going to drive that content? It really depends on the the product development right now. So and of course, as I mentioned, the first product meeting has been kicked off, and we have already kind of like understand what the requirement from the from kind of commercial perspective, as well as a technical perspective, that how are we going to design the Robo wallet and the kind of basic features. So we're gonna kind of have a second meeting very soon, maybe end of this week or early next week, to kind of like understand about the timeline, and then also work out how are we gonna kind of like which features are we gonna develop first, and which feature is gonna be in the phase 2 and this or that. So that is something that a separate discussion between the coder, I myself, and also with the design team. So it's a various stakeholders going to be involved in this meeting. So once that is ready, then probably I might be able to have some sort of idea to give you guys an understanding that when the first phase of the Robo wallet is being released, the kind of feature that you guys are going to expect. And of course, in terms of our dashboard, we are also taking into a couple of features that are coming from a Reddit page that the people are talking about, displacing the price of the token as well as number of holders into the dashboard. So for number of holders, it is possible to use the API to pull the data coming from Etherscan and display that on our dashboard. However, the pricing right now, we're still trying to figure it out what kind of API that we're going to use and how is it going to be feasible to fit into the dashboard itself. Okay, so basically that is a thing. And of course, in terms of where's Tommy? So Tommy, do you have anything?
So basically, so from now on for this voice chat, we just want to like update you guys for that so it's shortcuts for the marketing. So we will update everything on that Google Sheet there. So you just click on that link, so you see everything for like even our new holders to come in, or our new member who's like interested in the project. So if anyone asks, so you just need to type marketing, and Rose will send you that Google document. So you just click on that. So we do that about our marketing, and if we have anything to update about marketing, we will like any questions or anything new, we update on our voice chat, and also we update our campaigns and other activities on the voice chat. So for this from the voice chat, now on we focus on the questions or things we need to update, or what's going on, or what have been happening, or a few questions. And we also got the about the FAQs. So if you think that some questions that necessary need to be answered, or something that is frequently asked, so you can you just like give us a suggestion which question is you think that is need to be in that FAQ. So we will put that FAQs in our main chat as well. So for the new holders or new investor to see that question, so we don't have to answer the question again and again.
And of course, our one more thing that I also would like to highlight that for the marketing, please don't misunderstand about the fact that about the words aggressive based on our roadmap, that when we hit 5,000 holder, the reason why we use the word aggressive here is because of the fact that at the moment right now we kind of like trying our luck. Like it's not really trying a lot, but trying to direct the traffic from kind of like different channels. So basically, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Reddit, Discord, or Bitcoin Talk, or whether Twitter or Facebook and things like that, or because when we hit 5,000 holder, it's kind of like it's not a big milestone, but at least it's an indicator for us to kind of like to have a logo on MetaMask or Uniswap, and the pricing and everything is going to be displayed, and that also proves the legitimacy of the the project itself when a new holder is looking at that, because everything, the pricing and also the logo is already there. So And also because of that, then we have already know kind of like the establishment of each individual community, meaning that in your respective country and respective region, whether it's going to be a USA or going to be Australian, or whether it's Japan or Vietnam or things like that. So that was where we're going to focus on scaling, meaning that we're going to focus on using local languages to kind of like to scale and understand about the needs and also the behavior of the potential investor, and as well as the existing investor holder, to understand how is this the sentiment behind how receptive they are towards the project itself. And that was when we're going to touch base with the marketing company, and then we're going to, okay, hey, look, let's say, for example, now the markets for example, in Japan has a kind of a language barrier. And that was when, all the YouTube video or even the content of the token is going to be translated into Japanese, because the Japanese holder, they are not kind of like, a very, linguistic in that perspective. So they can only understand things that in Japanese. So that was when if that is the market that to go to, then our GTM, the go-to-market strategy, is going to be focusing on diverting the traffic that coming from Japan. So that is aggressive that I'm talking about, that we're going to narrow down into the country level, because that is eventually how are we going to build up this entire token, because we want diversity. So but we have to see that which community have the strongest strength, and that was where we're going to drill down into that community, and then we're going to focus on that and help with together with the community effort and together with the marketing campaign. Then it's going to come hand in hand together, and then that is how it can bring the token to a greater height. So that is the plan, and also the visions of this project itself. Okay. So yeah, so, and of course, the next campaign that we're going to launch out, maybe some of you are actually waiting for the King of Creator, for the February King of Creator, but we kind of like thinking of how are we going to do it, kind of like the format is still the same, but it's kind of like we're going to do, how are we going to do it, automations, like through an automated tool, that so that it can reduce the workload for the team at the back that have been running things that manually. So the next campaign that we're going to launch out is in Nick's campaign. One of our holder in the community, Nick. Just for an update of the new holders, or for some of you who has been in the call right here but have not heard about this campaign. So basically, there is this holder, his name is Nick, and he's not willing to reveal his Telegram name. So he wanted to invest this $1,000 into his investment. However, he think that he's not someone that very good at social media, and he really appreciate the efforts of the people in the shielding community, where they has been keeping the token tweets and retweets or comments and keeping all the hashtag trending. So Nick has came to us and kind of like suggest that he would like to put this $1,000 to the community, to the fellow Robo warrior, to kind of like to appreciate the effort. So how are we going to design this campaign is, it's only designed for the existing holder. So, and this $1,000, how it's going to work, because we want this to be something that very meaningful as well for the person who give away the money, as well the holder in the community. So it's going to be based on content, meaning that, each wallet holder, you guys going to be able to connect into your dashboard. The RoboInu dashboard. So at the moment right now, the dashboard is already compatible for the Trust wallet, Coinbase wallet, as well as the mailbox wallet. So that is not a problem right now. So once you connect into that, the existing holder, if one wallet, you're going to be able to enter into that is going to be a free comments, meaning that a free content. Let's say, for example, it's based on your knowledge, your understanding about the token, with all the link that being sent out in the shielding community to comment, or you can actually tweet on your main page that about the token, things like that. So it really testing about the knowledge, the understanding of the token, and how well you know about the team, how well do you know about the token, and things like that. So then each wallet you are able to enter maximum entries, meaning that free comments, contents, and this content is gonna be, you're gonna put in the link of the Twitter, the URL that it direct the user to that particular content. So then this particular wallet is you can actually enter one if you wish to, or maybe two, but the minimum is going to be one and maximum is going to be three. So then this campaign is going to be run for 3 days. I mean, that's what we are discussing right now, but it's not finalized at how many days and we're going to do that. But I'm just telling you the format. So one is ready, then we're going to launch it out. So just so you're aware of it. Okay. So then the community, the people in the community, because now we have about 2,000 holders right now. So anyone, as long as you are an existing holder, you can just connect your wallet into the dashboard and you can see on the content, click on those links. And if you think that this content had the best, you have the opportunity to win the best content, then probably you can vote for that. And you can vote for a minimum of one content, or you can vote for a maximum of 3 contents. And of course, you can even vote for your own content. It's up to you. We are a country of freedom of speech. You can do whatever you want. Okay. So then that is based on the number of voting from the community. Then whoever got the most number of votes, based on the content, that's why we from the back end, we're going to retrieve the data, and then that is we're going to decide the winner. So the winner, Nick is gonna send that $1,000. We are just in between to facilitate this kind of campaign and make you guys engage and make sure that everything is properly run in order. Okay, so that is a campaign that we're gonna launch out, and of course, for the February King of Pre-Day, we are kind of like designing something that through automation. So I will review more on how we're gonna do that, but I get that it's gonna be more exciting than the January kind of King of Pre-Day. So once that is ready, then we're gonna share with you guys about how the format, how we're gonna do that, because we just kind of like make use of the dashboard and also the wallet and things like that, so that to make sure that the no scammer, and also that it can be specifically exclusively to the RoboInu community, because I once again I just want to you guys, the financial being is taken care of. Okay, then yeah, I think that's all I have for the updates. Tommy, do you want anything?
And for the campaign and our activities, so we want to deliver the message that we want the engagement of our community, and we want the interactive from all the holders and all the people from our community. But for the first activity for the King of Judah, so some of us didn't get the message, and we just want to pump the numbers of the tweet, but doesn't have the engagement of other holders as well. So which are like a lot of posts without no single like or no single share or even a comment on that. So that's not the engagement, and that is not what we're looking for. So what we want to do, why we have this activity for our community. So I have to say that again, is we want the engagement, we want the interactive from our community. So we want everyone to be active on that, to actually like, share, so it's look properly. So if anyone wants to join us, if they go to like on Twitter, they go to our main page, they see like or they search for the hashtag RoboInu, so they see like this post, this post have a lot of like, comment, real people uses, so they actually dig deeper, so they see this is real. This is not like something bot can make it, or something like just like tweet 1,000 a post like in 1 hour. So that is not what we're looking for, and what we don't want that to happen. So we want something like really like strong and solid. So we want that engagement from our community for those activities. So that's why we do these activities, so to bring our community for that engagement, and so the community can be stronger from within.
And also, of course, yeah, Tommy, yeah, you can just continue. Yeah, I will address another.
Okay, so I just want to talk about the tokenomic and the reflection. So in our reflection, so if like let's see Ray-An just say like I don't know, is he joking or he seriously, but if we don't have the debt wallet as our holder wallet, so the debt wallet will start at 40%, and then we don't have the burning mechanism, so other holders or other investors that we will be like, why the debt wallet doesn't increase and why the burning token is stay the same, and what is the plan in the future to burn the token and this and that. So I think in our tokenomic, this is the best we can give, because I can see in other token, other project, they have, you know, for their tokenomic, they have for the liquidity, the reflections and the marketing, but they don't have the automatic burn for the debt wallet, so for the burn token. So I think this tokenomic we have is actually perfect, because, you know, it depends on the supply and demand as well. So the more people buy our token, the more the burn wallet will increase. So and the value of the token will increase by that as well. And also, and I just want to let you know, I don't know if because I got these questions on Reddit, and some people message me on Telegram as well, that I just want to say for the slip page and the text doesn't have they are not related, so they doesn't have anything to do with each other. For the slip page, that is for the current price. So let's say our price is at 4 now. So if you set at that 10%, that means you support for the Uniswap, for the system, for the exchange that allow, if someone is making a transaction the same time that you are doing it right now, so if that price drop down, so you allow the transaction to keep going if the price go down with 10% maximum. If it goes down more than 10%, then the transaction will stop. So from that 10%, so you allow, and that so for the tax, we have that the tax is from the project itself to make our tokenomic work. So it doesn't have anything to do with each other.
All right. Thanks, Tommy. So I think that there is one more thing that I would like to address in this core, which is something that I would like the community's help as well. One thing is, because I have seen a lot of new holders and also the people that coming into crypto that want to make a quick buck, or maybe they have a hearsay somewhere, a rumor saying that, you know, it's gonna be crypto, it's gonna make you rich or things like that. But however, when they coming in and they have known nothing about crypto, so of course, at here RoboInu, we are still promoting the kind of, like, you know, the supporting as well as the helpful community. However, let's not take that as an advantage. Take that as the taking for granted. I mean, being raised in Asia, but however, I'm still adopting the American way of how raising their kids. Meaning that, you know, we have to take the autonomy. We have to take, you know, our own kind of like initiative to learn about the project, meaning that there are certain things that you can actually kind of like doing research and reading, because at the end goal of this this token, I want that, you know, whether you're gonna be here until we accomplish every single milestone, or you're gonna leave us tomorrow or the next day, I don't care. But what I want you guys to take away from this token is to be educated about cryptocurrency, whether it's going to be equip you with a very basic fundamental on how to choose the project, or how to understand about the reflections, or how to understand about tokenomic or things like that. I mean, you know, if you don't have the mindset of keep learning, then there's no way that you're going to learn about it. And that is just how it works. We are here to help. We are here to answer. The community is here to help. The community can here to guide you. However, if if you don't take that initiative to learn, and you are not, your mind is shut down, and you expecting people to spoon feed you like a kids, then I'm sorry, this is not the thing that we want to promote, because we promote outside that we are a tech driven coin. But if we are tech driven coin, we're gonna be the disruptor in the financial fintech industry. But then from the basic thing that a thing that we can Google, we can learn, we can read through through Reddit or our website and things like that, if you are not able to do so, then how are you going to promote your product? How are you going to sell your product about the cross-border transfer, right? And of course, until one day that if that Robo wallet is ready, then you guys will become the sales agent of this product, not us or not anyone, that the creator or even the coder, the programmer, because at the end of the day, you need to understand thoroughly about the project itself. And that's why we have such engagement, the interactive kind of conversation like now. So I do hope that whether you are a new holder or you are already in the first 2,000 holder, let's convey this message to the new holder, because let's educate them in that way, because you cannot come into RoboInu and then expect that every single information is going to be spoon fed to you. There's no such thing, right? I mean, if you want to let's say, for example, if you want to earn money, you need to work hard for that. And at RoboInu, I don't believe that thing as being free. Nothing is being free in this world. And even for the king of Twitter or the people that are like Henry, he won an iPhone. He has been shilling his ass off. I mean, he spent so much time shilling in the Twitter, even though his phone is dying, and he sleep a few hours a day, because he really believe he is a believer of RoboInu, and he want the token to be successful. So this is something that I would like to emphasize. And one more thing that I would like to address as well, which is about this morning we have a whale that actually started selling and kind of like selling quite a huge amount of Ethereum, and it really made the token crash down about 40%. We actually went down to the 30 level, 35 level as well. I mean, as I mentioned, and of course, there's a couple of people on Reddit has been started commenting that it's a rock and then it's pull this project and things like that. So if you see my message that I sent out, I mean, I'm not here to rock you guys. My company is paying me well enough to actually to earn your hard-earned, hard-earned money or whatever you call it. Okay, and of course, risking my career, risking my profession, just to the reason why I'm saying that, because I know who am I dealing with, meaning that the original creator of this project. And before after I left Saitama, there's a lot of token that approached me to lead the project. If you guys can search on CoinGecko, there's another token that was supposed to be a partner with Saitama during that time when I was running Tesla Inu, because they are the same developer. They are the same original developer. So after they heard the fact that I left Saitama, they asked me to come over and to be the head of admin to run the token. However, I after a couple of conversation and interaction, we think that the vision is not the same. So that's why I rejected that offer. And of course, there's also another token, Spiky Inu. The owner of Spiky Inu actually kind of like reached out to me as well, but I didn't accept that kind of like, the offer to run the token. So what I'm trying to say is I'm not showing off that I'm very good. I'm still learning every day. But the fact that, I know who am I dealing with. I know who are the people that behind this, RoboInu. But it's just that because of fame, because of reputation, they didn't want to engage in such kind of social status. So that's why they renounced the ownerships. And that's why they took my, bringing me over and let me run this token. And that's why the comment that this morning that are being removed, the thread on Reddit that removed, is a token drop, or the token is going to be things like that. I mean, we can only handle things within our community. And the thing that outside our community, I don't care whoever is flooding, whoever is making a negative, comments and all that. I'm welcome them to come to the core and talk to us. Because if there is a Reddit post this morning that talking about the token, talking about, I think that I can share that with you guys about that. Tommy, do you have that post that Cosmics or okay, it's here. I can share with you guys this again. And okay, thank you, Tommy. So if you guys click on that post, a couple of holders actually started being panicking and worry about the fact that the token was being smashed and the reputations of the token is being tarnished and things like that. But I'm not worried. The reason why I'm not worried, because if you guys as the investor and you can Google RoboInu, you can actually see that Yahoo Finance or MarketWatch or even Balinza actually got features about RoboInu. So who is this person that posting on Reddit that can make a difference? I mean, of course, Yahoo Finance and MarketWatch, they have a reputation and they have a value, right? Why is this person that has no name can have a value? I mean, yeah, of course, a potential investor can read on that post and they can make decision. But of course, I cannot. I cannot. It doesn't mean that that person is gonna make a decision whether they're gonna invest into RoboInu just because of a nobody, no names post, right? So and that's the reason why this morning when I woke up and I got this message from Cosmic, and Cosmic told me that whether I should respond to that Reddit, and I told him probably I'm not gonna respond. The reason why I'm not gonna respond, because the more I respond, the more FUD is gonna be happen. And that is just the way how the people that are selling the token wants. And I'm not going to do that, because the reason why, because I believe in what I'm doing, and I believe in the people who are behind this project, and I'm also believe in where this project can go. And I cannot tell you guys that it's gonna be it's gonna be it's gonna be I'm gonna make you guys a millionaire next month or 2 months later. I don't know, but what I can do my best is to stay focused and develop what I need to do, and also grow this token at my best possibility, because I believe that only the people who know what we are doing, and also we have a tenacity, then we can win this game. Otherwise, the people who keep being shaken out and being afraid of FUD or whatever it is, it's not gonna work for me. So yeah, so this is my response to the Reddit post, and the reason why I kept silent, and of course I don't want to address that in the man chat, because I saw Cosmic until Doctor actually commented that on the man chat, and that's why I addressed that here in this publicly. But of course, if you read on that post, you should be proud of our community, because the community has been coming out with comments that you can show that they have a strong convictions, and also a strong belief about the token, and also about the real utility of the token. So you should be proud of being such a great community, rather than being shaken out or being worried and things like that. I cannot control who sell. I cannot control who holds. What I can control is about the development of that project, and who am I going to partner with, and who is going to be on board to become our backer and financial advisor. So that is something that our goal, of course, if the more fun it is, the stronger we should become. We cannot be emotionally be afraid of all these negative comments. It doesn't make sense, because whether if this nobody is become a YouTuber that you're gonna spread this kind of news on YouTube or on your on your social media page that has a lot of audience, a lot of engagement, then that was when we're gonna step out and handle it professionally using our official account. Because if that is the case, but here it's just a nobody, and it's not. I'm not gonna waste my time and to address that that kind of comment officially. Okay, so yeah, so that's all I have. So now the ground is yours. I mean, if you guys have any concern, feel free to talk, or maybe after you guys have already heard about the updates about marketing and also things that you guys want to speak about, feel free to talk.
Yeah, so if you have any questions, yes.
Is there any other plan?
We can't hear you. I only
Said,
hear a
is
few
there
words.
any other is there any other or like Uniswap where we can actually get the RoboInu apart from the Uniswap?
Well, I mean, because at the moment right now we are not ready for exchange. We still keeping to the Uniswap itself. The reason for what we are doing right now is because if you get into exchange, there will be more exposure, of course. But the disadvantage of that is going to be controlled by the other situational factor like the market sentiment as a whole. Like if Bitcoin is crashing down, definitely the token is also crashing as well. So that is something that that we are worried about. It's not about the exposure. So and of course when the community is able to handle kind of like emotion stuff, or maybe I'm capable that way, that the community is big enough, and then when we hit there, we will be ready for exchange. So with the current moment, we are only stick to Uniswap.
Okay, because and then is it just restricted to the ETH, because ETH gas fees sometimes are ridiculously high, so I find it really hard to swap to get the RoboInu.
Right. We understand your concern. And that's why we have been kind of like send out the time, and the time whereby when is it the timing that in the eastern or the Pacific timing that the gas fee is kind of low. So sometime our holder they kind of like getting the token at a fee like about $100 or even $60, $80. Tommy, do you still have that kind of document, the pictures of that? Maybe you can actually send, or maybe we can send that to use later, or maybe we will put it in the man chat later. So you can actually based on that, the timing, and then you can buy the token. So if let's say for example you want to buy $100 of the token, then you can use the fee of $60. Then it means that you need to invest a minimum of $150. However, on the other hand, that from the community perspective, that we did go through a lot of campaigns, meaning that the reason why, because we hear you guys that a lot of people kind of like kind of have a financial problem or encounter financial difficulty to invest even $100 or $200, or even because of the gas fee. And that's the reason why we have been investing a lot in the community campaign. Last month, Kim and Soribu, they actually got $1,000 and $500 just from the shilling itself. And also the people that like Henry, he actually got an iPhone. So we're gonna launch out more of that kind of campaigns, and the next one is gonna come up is Nick's content. So if you have a phone and you think that you really understand about the token, you understand about the project, feel free to participate in this campaign so that you can maybe perhaps you can turn out to become a lucky winner of this campaign, and then you can use that money to invest into the token. And the reason why we come out of such thing is because we really want to help the community financially in that perspective, but we cannot anyhow like give out money for free, because I don't believe in the principle of being free. If you work hard, then you can get something hard. You can get something back, and so if you contribute to the community, keeping the community engaged, keeping the community active, then you maybe turn out to win that amount of money. Then it can help you to invest into the token.
So I just sent that picture of the time frame for the gas. So if you can look at that, that's it based on the EDT and EST time. So it's for US people time. So if you want to check out what time it is in your location, you have to Google it. And I think right now gas for EPT low is around like $50. So you can check it out.
And of course, for this, also for the gas fee, like whether $50 and this and that, you can actually kind of like earn it back by the reflection itself. For myself, I have been holding, and I'm earning about like $4,000, $5,000 kind of like in reflection since since the time they have been holding the token. So that is something that is kind of like earn back as well. So I hope that the gas fee will not discourage you to to shun away from the token, because it's kind of like we really try our best to kind of like to help the community financially. But of course, because we have last month we only have 2 winners, so probably for February we're gonna come up with 3 winners, so that we're gonna increase the amount of money as well. And remember, this money is coming from I myself, not just from not the marketing wallet. The marketing wallet has not been sold at all, and the original developers just fund the marketing outside. But as the person who run this project, I mean, I have to wear the hats of many. I have to take care of many stakeholders involved, meaning that you guys are also my stakeholder, you guys are my investor, and also the people that who fund this, they are also stakeholder, or as well as the developer, designer, and all that. I have to make sure that whatever that I do, I have to make sure that everybody is happy. But of course, it's not going to be 100%, because every parent, they have a different kids to take care of, right? So I will try my best to at least I can achieve that 90%, then I will be happy. So feel free to join into those campaign, and it's a very easy to join. It's just more on the it just show that how passionate you are, and how enthusiastic you are, and how active you are in the community, and then perhaps you might win that amount of money to invest into the token. Okay, so is there any more
Thank
questions?
you, Tony.
Right, no problems.
Thank you,
So
Tommy, for that image. I'll do well to check the timing and then see when I can, get in on the RoboInu. And then a quick question, VY. These campaigns, which of the social media platform are they going to be running? Is it here on Telegram or Twitter?
right, it's gonna be on Twitter. So basically it's gonna be on Twitter, and then how are we gonna do that? And then so basically we're gonna run it on Twitter basically, and then the details we're gonna release it. So the first thing that we're gonna release is through our announcement channel. So if you guys please subscribe into our announcement channel, and then so that if you think that the chat has been very noisy and there's a lot of messages, then you are free. Please do me a favor that subscribe into the RoboInu announcement. That was when we're gonna post the latest update announcement as well the news. So you don't have to follow the entire messages in the official chat if you think that is annoying sometimes. So just follow that announcement, and once that the news and the update being updated on the announcement channel, then we're gonna go through the across the social media platform like Twitter, Facebook as well, Reddit, and Discord. Okay. So yeah, is there any more questions?
So if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself.
I mean, just let me to clarify a little bit as well, because I chanced upon one of the comments on Reddit that RoboInu should do a charity, because charity is a noble act and things like that. So, well, this thing charity doesn't make sense to me. Number one, let's say for example, right now, how many people outside in the world right now knows about RoboInu? So what effect it can bring if we, as somebody that not many people knows about us, and we go and do charity? I mean, it doesn't make sense. But if anyone in this court can answer me that question and maybe give me some sort of enlightenment, then maybe we can think about it. But because of the marketing wallet has not been sold, or even the charity wallet and things like that, nothing has been sold. And the reason why we have been trying, focusing and pressing on to building a branding, and also we have to establish our identity as a Robo warrior and RoboInu community, because we have to bring out that image very, very, very strongly before we can do anything. Like for example, right now, if you talk about Tesla, everybody knows about Tesla. or maybe everybody know about PayPal, everybody know about that because they see the logo, they know about it. But then again, for us right here, we don't know. But if you go somewhere, maybe you go to Thailand, or you go into a third world country, that they give you a sign of PayPal, and that was when the people know whose PayPal is, and who are the people that behind PayPal and things like that. But for us here, RoboInu, we just only 2,000 people. We are not even, not even, I don't know, not even 0.00 something percent of the, of one country, like maybe Vietnam or even Japan or even Australia is a kind of a population. It's just a small city. It's not even that. 2,000 is not even, because a multi corporation, it can go up to 5,000 people, 5,000 employees, or 10,000 employees, right? Like 3M or Best Buy, or all those big companies, or Google. So they have like the more employees. So why are we like wanting to donate the money away at this point of time? What is the benefits? Because I don't see that is a benefit, rather than because a lot of people, a lot of comments coming from Reddit or coming from Telegram or coming from, sent to us or DM, this and that, because holder is thinking for their own back. It's a very subjective kind of, feedback or recommendation, rather, because they think for their own back. But for us here, we are running this token. We have to think for the entire 2,000 people. Or we have to convince each and every single one that involved in the project, not just, like for example, right now, if I tell I want to have a $50,000 or $100,000 to sign this deal with this marketing company, then I have to present to the people that involved. I mean, the people who fund the marketing fund that, come on, look, why am I doing this thing? What is my justifications? What is my reason behind? But of course, for you as an investor, I mean, if I'm wearing the hats of investor, I will just need to relax. I don't have to think about all these things. But as a person who run the project, I have to take care of all these things in order, of course, all the planning, it could go wrong. It could go sideways. But in terms of business, we have to understand, we have to calculate our ROI, return on investment. If we invest $100,000 in the marketing campaign, what kind of return are we going to get back? Besides, the reputation, the branding, what kind of number of holders? So we have to evaluate all these factors, not just, purely we're going to implement a holder, just comments or things like that. So it's not, when we say something, we respond to it, it doesn't mean that we trying to become a personal attacker or things like that, but we are trying to be very straightforward, and we are trying to be very blunt. I don't want to play the mind game with anyone here in the corner. If you guys come to us and you say that, the dashboard, I want that kind of features, then I'm saying, sorry, I cannot do that. It's normal, right? Because why should I just, overestimate myself and keep giving you a promise that, okay, I can do that, but at the end I have no result to deliver. It's tiring too. So that is the reason why we have been, not talking about charity and things like that. So even if when we established the Robo Ventures and when we hit 5,000 holder, if the first money that should be going to NASA and the space activity, like John Kennedy space center in Florida, or those that in Houston, Texas, and or whichever part of the world that involved in the space activity. Why? Because that is the kind of like the ambitions behind the token, why the RoboInu existed. So that's why we should focus on that, rather than just donating to somebody, poor people and things like that. I mean, everyone have a choice. So donating to the poor doesn't mean that it can help us to build up the branding, but it rather than just you show the sympathy, the empathy, but then it doesn't mean that the whole world is going to be sympathized with you. We are building a company. We are not building something that a charity organization. So that is RoboInu. I would like you guys to understand it very, very clearly from the standpoint perspective. If we grow up very, very big, I mean, like, let's say, for example, if at the moment right now we have about 10,000 holder or 20,000 holder, then doing charity in different regions, like third world country like Vietnam, Thailand, or Bangladesh, or India, or things like that, the poor regions of the world, then we are okay. But now the financial being of the people, like like the one of the holder, his command that he cannot even buy the token. Why am I have to? So this is a problem that I need to solve. I cannot solve the problem that the poor out there, because I have to make sure that the people in RoboInu community need to be financially, taken care of. This is my first and foremost priority. The rest of the thing we can talk later. But that doesn't mean that we don't do it now. We will not do it tomorrow or the day after. We will see. So I just want to address that question, because it was posted on Reddit and no comments coming from the officials, but I just want to address that publicly.
So what we I'm saying here is, like, we want to be a brand, we want to be a company first, and then that when we grow big, we have the power to help the other people, not the other way around. Like, you go to help the other people when you still not like got the foundation strong and build that brand. No, we want to build the brand, we want to build the company first, and then we can help the people with that company name. And also, I just want to say something, like, I really appreciate, like, everyone joining us, and so most of people always join our VC, and our voice chat and active on our main group chat is very helpful. But I just want to say something, because like we get a lot of like direct messages or other like email in our email or from the project, like, you guys should do this, you guys should do that, you guys should to push our marketing campaign. But they just say, like, we need to do this, we need to do that, but doesn't have the the actual things that we need to do. Like today, like our holders that I think for our dashboard, you should have the other function for that, for that it show how many holders in there, or it show like the current price. So that's the actually comments, that's the actual suggestion for us to do the right thing, or to make it easier for our holders, not like hey, when the marketing will start and this and that. So we really appreciate your suggestion, but you have to have to be the actual thing that really help us. So I really appreciate, like, people really come to us with with the actual suggestion and think that the new idea that we can do something out of that.
We have talked a lot, so do you guys have any questions? Maybe we should give you guys space to talk. We have talked a lot, so maybe if you guys have any concern, like, I mean, the last couple of days has been a while, right? And as I mentioned earlier, when you see the green, you are very happy, but it's the same thing, right? Life, right? We tend to celebrate a lot of successes in our life, but when we fail doing something, then we kind of like tend to be very disappointed. We tend to be very depressed, and we want to commit suicide, or we want to do silly thing. But then again, if from the mistake that we make, we learn something, then why? I mean, nobody is perfect. I mean, not every successful person like Steve Jobs, he also a drop out of school. I mean, I mean, like when we see the green, we are happy, but when we see the red, then what kind of attitude that we should have? I mean, I would like to ask everybody a question that if this is a very heart to heart talk, because it really we sometimes we text and sometimes we message, maybe words that we want to talk, it might not be able to kind of like to convey the message that we want to deliver. So that's the reason why we want to hold a video or talk and talk to you guys, even though you guys are not turning on your camera. But I you know, because when you talk to somebody through the eye contact, through the body language, you will know that how sincere and how, you know, how wholeheartedly that the person wants to deliver the message. So then, I mean, like when we see a lot of our, you know, if you buy into the token and you see the red, I mean, what's your I mean, my first question that comes to my mind, that is that why was my motive when I did something initially, if things went wrong? I mean, the first thing that I come back is reflected upon myself, rather than go and blame other people, because, you know, other people, it's very difficult for them to change, but for us here, it's easier for us to change. So don't give that kind of expectation to other people. I mean, at the end of the day, crypto is a very volatile, and of course, in terms of the stock market or real estate or what kind of investment, is also very, very volatile. So at RoboInu here, I just want to, you know, to create an atmosphere whereby, you know, you can go back to sleep and you can spend time with your family, and you don't have to, you know, worry about your investment. So this is my goal, and this is my objective, and this is my visions as the person who run this project, who run this token. Not just simply that, you know, I just create wealth for myself. I think I'm rich enough to just, you know, just to relax. But I'm doing all these things because of my compassions, and also my, you know, I want to do something, because I have been wanting to do startup, and all my life since I graduate, I left school, I have been doing startup. And I used to create an application that, you know, are backed by Alibaba, Jack Ma, back then when I was in Singapore, and that was in applications for an oil and gas company, to kind of like a Tinder, like, you know, it's similar to Tinder when you go and find boyfriend and girlfriend. So we kind of like create an app that, you know, for the oil and gas people, like the Shell, Chevron, and that. So people who have the oil and gas, then they're gonna go look for the ships or vessel and things like that. So all my life I have been working for startups. So I really like kind of like new ideas, you know, and so this RoboInu is also the same thing. Nothing is it's gonna be a right. It's not gonna be a wow right. So if the kind of expectation that coming in, and, you know, you're gonna be rich overnight, you're gonna be rich over next month or so, I think it's really impossible, and that is not my promise. And also the fact that about predictions about the futures of the token and things like that, as long as I'm still here, I will make sure that I will deliver what I'm telling you now. The rest of the thing, I don't care, because what is I have to fulfill my duty, because I'm wearing, you know, I have to take care of the people that I bringing in from the development team, the designer team, and also, or even the people from community perspective, not just only you guys holder. So you are just part of the stakeholder only, because these people, they also need to eat. These people, they also spend their time with the, you know, with the community. I mean, I invest, beside investing my, you know, my money into this token, I also invest my time, and also invest my, you know, emotion into this token. And emotion is what sometimes we just, sometimes you guys will hate us. Sometimes, I mean, nobody will like somebody, right? So today you guys might like us, but tomorrow you guys might hate us for the thing that we are doing. We never know. But what I can do is just being our best right now, and to deliver what we say, and we will still focus and stay true to what we want to achieve at the end of the day. Because so any further out there, any negative or any criticism, I'm welcome you to go on the call and talk to us. You know, we are not hiding behind the screen. So whatever you do out there to try to tarnish or to tell, you know, to damage the reputation of the token, that is not gonna stop us anyways. So yeah, if you guys have any question, then feel free to speak. Otherwise, we're gonna end the call.
So I just would like to hear feedback from you guys. Yes.
Yeah, Sitar,
Yes,
want to say?
sorry, I had a question. Yes,
Yeah.
I just have a problem with the dashboard on my computer. It keeps refreshing, and the page just keeps recycling. And I was wondering if that was like it was being updated or something, or
Okay. When did that happen, or like, when did you encounter that error?
well, it's happened the last 2 days. I cleaned out all my cookies, and it worked for a little while, and then it started doing it again.
Okay, how about after this call, you're gonna try again, and if you still encounter the same thing, then perhaps you could like kind of like do a video of the entire process and how you do that, and then maybe then after that you should try to do the same step that you did at the reverse encounter. Then maybe you can send that video to me or even to Tommy so that we can kind of like investigate and then escalate to the developer and we can discover what is the root cause of this problem, because so far when we do the testing on the desktop version for the your MetaMask wallet or Trust wallet or Coinbase wallet, then there's no problems the time we deploy the new features that are compatible with the Trust wallet. But which wallet are you using right now?
Coinbase.
Okay.
Because I heard that problem. Because I heard that problem with Coinbase. Because I think the other holders were asking that same question as well. So if you click on that profile, there's that little rocket that keep running. So I think it's something about the data with Coinbase. But can you just try do? Sorry, can you just do it again? And yes, so can you just do it again, and can you just take a video of that, so send it to us so we see what happened exactly, please.
Okay, I'll do that.
Because I just try. Yeah, go on.
Oh no, I was just saying, yeah, I'll try that and see. Which one of you? Who do I send it to?
Doesn't matter, me or V.
Okay.
No,
I'll do that.
Because I think that's the problem. Only with Coinbase wallet, because I just tried with MetaMask and Trust wallet, so it's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you can just do it again because sometimes Coinbase kind of like because of the Coinbase has been have a lot of traffic from the US here, so probably because that is kind of like make the server stuck when the data they're trying to pull out over the API and things like that. So maybe you can just redo that, and if you encounter the same problems, then we're gonna check and we're gonna do the testing again whether it's coming from our site or from the Coinbase stuff.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, I just try connect to Coinbase wallet from my phone now. It's just working, so I'm not sure what is happened exactly. So just please record it and send it to us, please.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. So is there any more questions? Or I mean, we have talked a lot. So maybe you guys can say something.
Not a question, but I just want to quickly point this out. This project is awesome. Apart from reading everything on the website, I just went on the Twitter and see how transparent it is, and even here on Telegram, I never knew you guys hold subsequent live sessions like this on Telegram, and this shows how transparent this project is, even though it's not where it needs to be now, but at least it's going there. Yeah. And I'm gonna buying on it, like I said earlier, and then I'm going to introduce it to my community on WhatsApp and share the Telegram links to them so they can join in, and then when these live sections come up, they can also see for themselves. And I think I've gotten all the proofs and convictions I need to get in on the RoboInu, and yeah, I really appreciate you guys. This is an awesome project.
Thank you, Jace.
Yeah, thank you for that. So so as a community-driven project, we just try to be as much as transparency we can. So everything we do, we just publish it to our community to know. So anything you can find in our announcements group. So we these send you, so I can send you again. So any update we will be update basically on all of our social media and pretty much in our announcement page as well. So if you need so if you have new friends or you have anyone new so to come to RoboInu, you can find all the information we do, what we're doing, and what we have been done and what are we going to do is all there. So you can find anything, and pretty much you can find all our social media page or our website and everything in our link tree as well.
And also, just for you, some of you wonder about our, the partnerships that we have been working on, or kind of like our advisor and things like that. I mean, we do have already partnerships. However, we are not going to announce that until we hit 5,000 whole day or we see how the milestone reach. The reason being because the partner kind of like we have to position ourselves. We are partner being with somebody is because we have a value, not just because because we want partner. I mean, what is the gain of being a partner, right? Because at the end of the day, partnership needs to be a mutual benefit to both parties, whether it's from our side and also from the other company, right? So a partnership is going to be ready kidding, and also the advisor as well, and we are also have to go on board of the one of the top law firm. So if you guys wondering, marketing wallet. So all these expenses are going to be coming from marketing wallet. But of course, do not worry about the fact that, when this marketing wallet, that the token is being sold. Because as I'm coming from the community, so my responsibility is still to protect the community. So whether you believe it or not, but I do own quite a number of tokens as well. So I have to protect my own investment as well, not just only yours. So for the marketing wallet, if when the wallet is being sold, then we're gonna transparently publish it. If it's necessary, we're gonna go into the press release as well. That a certain amount is being sold, and then the certain amount is going to NASA, certain amount is going to a Robo venture. So all this is gonna be transparently published, and all this figure, how much is gonna be, and this and that. But of course, when the the marketing wallet is being sold, it's not gonna be like it's gonna crash you down from from all time high until the bottom of the whatever it is. No, it's not going to happen that way. That is called stupid. Not we are not going to do that, okay? Because we use our time, we use our effort actually to build the project, say from the pricing perspective. Because if that the thing is going to happen, I think the entire community is going to jump up, and then I will have a problem to deal with the community too. So I'm not being stupid enough to actually to make that to have to make that happen. No way, it's not going to happen that way. So if the marketing wallet is going to be sold, then it's going to be it's kind of like in portions, and slowly kind of like taking out the token, a portion of it, so that it will not affect the price tremendously. But at the end of the day, they still are being sold, so that the fund that being required to kind of like to pay for the top law firm or to hire more people and things like that. So all this money, how much of money is it gonna be? Then we're gonna release that as well. And we're going to go into the press release as well, and gonna publicly, transparently, what is the figure, what is the amount that come from me from RoboInu. So not to worry about that. And from now, up to today, marketing wallet has been remained untouched. None of the token has been sold yet. Okay. So I just want to clear that, so that I have been talking about that before, but seeing you guys on the call right now and quite a number of participants, so I will just want to highlight that once again. Okay, so do you guys have any questions? Because if you are not, then I have to end the call because it's getting late for the people in the eastern region as well. So DJ in Chicago is quite late for him as well. So if you guys don't have any question, then probably we have to, keep our conversation into the main chat. And whatever you guys have a question, then I will address it in the main Telegram. And then we shall see each other again in 2 days. Is that okay?
So
Cool.
if you guys don't have any question, you have to end the call today. So thank you for joining, guys. Thank you.
And thank you very much for joining in, wherever you are, whether you are from Asia or we are from US or wherever you are. Have a good night and have a good morning. Thank you and appreciate that.
Thank you.
Sure.
V, real quick,
Thank you.
just before we go, for Jace, I was the gas fees are actually really, really cheap right now. So if that's something that was kind of holding you back, literally during the chat, I just paid like a $66 miner fee, and like a $19 Uniswap fee, during the chat. So they're still pretty low right now.
Thank
you,
Jonathan.
Of course. All right, everybody have a good night.
All right.
See you,
Have a
man.
good night.
Thank you.
Have a good morning.
See you, guys.